I'm Dexter. I'm the founder of Palau Media. I specialize in digital marketing for small and micro businesses. Now, what I plan to do to students today is I'm going to teach them how to take advantage of the full marketing funnel. So therefore, they are going to get fully booked at all times. Now, what Nicola asked me to do is to keep it dead simple for them. So I'm going to show them both free and some partially paid options that they could use to have their studios fully booked at all times. So should you market your business? Let's make this kind of interactive. What do you all think? Should you?
Yes.
Why?
It would be, you'll allow to get new customers, people will be able to see a brand and it will be able to be spoken for.
That's all the free thing. What was the actual reason why you need to market your business?
To make money.
No.
To make money.
To make money. Everybody can know about your business and you're going to end up struggling. You need to make money. So, I just want to guide you all real quick. We don't really have to study this number right now, but I still want you all to know you do need to spend money to make money. My advice is for service-based businesses, spend around 10% of your earnings back into advertising your business. So out of every $100, just say 10 of it is not yours. Put that somewhere else. You know that is to pay somebody, a videographer, a photographer, pay Facebook, pay Google, pay somebody. I want you all to pay attention to this one. So if you need to stop and take pictures of what I have on the screen here, please do. This is very important. Everything I'm going to talk about now relies on what this marketing funnel is. I'll go through it real quick with you. On the highest level, that is what a lot of you all were saying, oh, build the brand. But that is the highest level of the funnel. It is important, but it's not as important as the lower parts, which you will actually need to make money. But you need awareness. If people are not aware of your business, what you do, then you're not really going to get customers. So it was, yes, you need to market because of awareness, but we're not going to focus on just awareness alone. Next step is consideration. Consideration is where people are now considering should they use you or the other dozen of the competitors in the room right now. Why should they consider you? Then you have your conclusions. This is where people pay. This is the most, well, for a micro business, starting, this is the most important part. We need them to pull out that wallet, pull out the hundreds. I don't know how much you'll charge, but pull out these blue things and pay you all. Otherwise, then what's the point of all of this? And for me now, as you build that business, the most important really and truly is that loyalty. I included it, I'm going to go into some detail in loyalty later down in this presentation. So, where should you put that out there? Google, Meta. For those of you who don't know who Meta is, they are the ones who own Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And TikTok. TikTok is important in this day and age. Please be posted on TikTok. Alright, let's actually go through that funnel now and actually make it make sense on how you go about building out that funnel. So on TikTok, you are going to be posting videos. I actually pulled some of Nikki's stuff because you all are familiar with Nikki. She does a lot of awareness content. For you to not be in this industry and don't know who that lady is, I don't know if you're sleeping under a rock or you were born yesterday, but she does a lot of awareness content. Reels is also a real good place, so Instagram Reels. People tend to discover new creators and new businesses through those platforms. So I don't have an actual recommendation, post every day, post once a week. What I would say is post as regularly as you can. Reason for that is the more you post is the more somebody can be able to see what you're doing, potentially share it with a friend, like it, or whatever, interact with you. So, awareness. Consideration. This is where I see a lot of businesses, they just can't get this part right. As I mentioned, we are sitting in a class right now with a dozen of your competitors. They might be friends and they might be doing quizzes, but the reality is they fight for the same money too. So let's keep that in mind. Consideration now is where people, they went, they saw your videos and now they're curious. I wonder what else she does. What can I benefit from this lady right now? If you, and I made a recommendation here, we could now, instead of having them go and sit through a whole 15-second to 5-minute video to figure out what you do, they can now easily go on your Instagram account, maybe even scroll through your TikTok or through your Facebook account, and they can actually see, oh, she does this quality of nails. That is what is going to now drive them a little bit more forward into thinking, let me consider them from a wedding, from a graduation, from a treating myself this month end because I did such a good job in work or whatever reason ladies tend to do their nails. I don't know about that, clearly. But something that I noticed Nikki does on her page that I want to also alert you all to. In her posts, you can go and check them for yourself after. She shows you directly how to get in contact with her. As she said, okay, link in. Well, I made a mistake on the presentation, right? But anyway, booking link is included, link in bio. When I was supposed to upload this a little bit higher so that you're going to see what she did, but full description on this is what the service is. So by the time somebody reaches you on Instagram, DMs, WhatsApp, wherever, you're not answering the same basic question to remember. Now for the major mistake even Nikki making. I am not seeing any posts on her social media directly selling. She's all hoping that people could, Nikki, you're wrong, you need to fix this.
It's your job to fix it.
Good, I'll fix this.
It's your job to fix it.
I don't have to go through looking at a whole bunch of service providers to eventually find this. The amount of service providers I went through yesterday and today, and I didn't see anybody actually wanting to make money. Nobody is saying the price is $9.50 for the full wig install. I didn't see that except for this one post on the whole woman page. It has a couple important things. The price, what you're getting, how to contact. By the time they see this is after we already built out the whole funnel. They're already aware, they love with your product, they love with your service, they like the quality. But for everybody, treat them as though they don't know what is next. We need to read and tell your customers. This is how you contact me, this is the price potentially. Now, maybe Nikki could advise me on this. Should we display prices on social media? It's kind of iffy.
It's kind of iffy. I would say that display prices, you have to have real thick skin. So I make a joke out of it because I'm not more like to say it. But they will always have people say, even if you have the cheapest prices, your price is not going up. Even if you have the highest prices, they will say, well, your price is too high, even though you have the best quality, the best product, the best wood.
Yeah.
So, but on the flip side, which is why I would post a lot of the satire videos, is they go viral. And for every 10,000 people who see it, that's one more client for me. So, yes, you will get 10,000 comments saying you're crazy and how you can charge this, but you'll have one person who will read and say, oh, I really like this, and I have gotten a lot of clients that way. So, you just have to be mindful of what it is you're setting yourself up for. You can't be upset when a million people tell you your price is too high, but it's how you market it.
Agreed. And if they did a good job at the awareness and consideration, by the time they see your price, they're already sold on why you charge what you charge. Because I am also in the service industry as well too. And when people sometimes say, like, I have two ends, I have a ridiculously low price on one of my services that other people in the industry call me and ask, so what the F? There's a joke from earlier, we're not supposed to do around ladies. But plenty of them call me asking, next what the F you're trying to ruin the industry? No, I'm trying to make it more affordable and easy for people to buy. But at the same time, I know the worth of my services. There are some things I charge 50 grand normal, and it's either you can afford the 50,000 or you move on to somebody else. As she said, thick skin. So let's move on now. Loyalty. When we get all of them, they're in there like that. This is our message from 5 o'clock this morning, wishing all my clients a happy birthday. Those little things. Happy birthday. How was the graduation? Because they came to you for graduation nails. How was the graduation? How was this? How was that? Like, just build a relationship. And then include it in the presentation. It's something I've been seeing on social media a lot, posting, at least on my feeds, which is a quote I'm going to repeat right now. When fishermen can't go to fish, they fix their nets. Count this as fixing your nets. On your slow days, you could easily, yes, you should be cleaning equipment and seeing about your stuff, but see about the relationships with your customers. Because they are the ones that are going to say, I don't know, it's something about this girl that is like her. Go and do your nails by her too. And it's as simple as why you're going to just set a reminder in your phone when your birthday is. Message them, happy birthday. Set a reminder in your phone. You're not going to remember all 300-400 clients. You set a reminder in your phone maybe next week. Check in, how was your graduation? How many nails hold up? Or you come back from your honeymoon yet, let me do a touch-up. Little things like that will add the personal touch and build the loyalty, which after all the hard work you did, you don't want to go and lose your client to again somebody else in this room. Nikki is spitting out a whole bunch of competition every single year, which means you need to really step up your game every single time to retain the client. So I included this slide because it may make sense to some of you all to include some influencer marketing. I use influencer marketing in some of my stuff, Nikki uses it in her stuff because they have a following that you don't have as yet. Sometimes it's as simple as who is Maria? I don't know, first time I've ever met Maria before. But if you were to hire I can hire her. How she will not represent your brand?
Certified Samsung. Certified
Angel.
Samsung.
Anyway, Angel. I say Angel. We don't know Maria, but we know Angel. I'm going to probably not use Angel or go somebody who's not in the same industry.
Use sweets. That's Celine. Certified Samsung.
Celine could be a good one as well. Let me give you the advice on how to hire for this one now because I realize that we need to. Do not hire Nikki, who is in the same industry as other and other competition. Hire somebody who has the same following as your potential customers, but they're not in the same exact industry. Because why would they? And even so, they just take your money and probably do a half-assed job. So hire somebody who is adjacent to your industry. And when I say influencer, it doesn't be like a 50-something thousand people follow or 100,000 followers. How much followers do you have right now, Maria? How much? Maybe it could be 1,000 followers. Just enough, a little bit more than you, because let's be real, to hire somebody with that kind of followers is enough than money. Versus, let me just say, maybe do a collaboration instead. So maybe you do nails. Maybe we could link up with a hairdresser. The hairdresser and you will have similar amounts of followers, but you will have slightly different followers. You could do some collaboration. So your influencer doesn't have to be big time influencer. It could be micro influencer as well. Use it, it's advantageous because they have a certain level of trust that people just don't have in you just yet. You're not starting at the end of the day. And now, let's guarantee that reach. Because when you post for yourself every day, sometimes it's hit or miss. When the influencer posts it, sometimes hit or miss. But you could actually pay Meta and Google to guarantee the 10,000 people, 20,000 people reach. Every single day in the business community, I have a minimum of 10,000 views on my videos. Bare minimum. In Trinidad, I also make sure in St. Lucia I secure the same amount of reach. In Jamaica, Grenada, the other markets that I focus on, I pay for that reach. Because I don't want to post something, I don't want to spend hours creating a video and 3 people see it and 0 likes. That equals 0 money. That don't make sense. And it's actually reasonably cheap to pay for the views. So on Meta, for example, a little $1 US a day continuously spent on making sure you get reach is way more advantageous and way better for your pocket than you spend all the time creating and editing and your CapCut and you make all the little jump cuts and things and nobody see it, you feeling bad, you feeling discouraged. Because as somebody said earlier when we talked about the awareness thing, if people don't know you exist, how are they going to multiply? Last year I gave a whole masterclass on how to do this and I was told not to do it this year.
Correct.
So if you all do want to get more insight into how this is done properly, I don't have my number anyway here, but maybe Nikki can give whatever number. I don't know if I'm allowed to share it right now. Alright?
That's
Yeah?
a good one.
Okay, share.
It's a neighbor.
One thing to note though, I put a big question mark by TikTok for a reason. TikTok does not allow paid advertising in Caribbean just yet. As soon as they say yes on that, I will be paying them. And I advise all to pay them too because they are the fastest growing platform right now. So I believe that is the end of my presentation. Yes, that is. So any questions? Do we have time for questions, Nikki? Any questions from
Yeah, about
anybody?
50 minutes.
15 minutes of questions. I forget one real important part of this. Ways everything I didn't leave the stage yet. WhatsApp business, Instagram business, Facebook business, even on your TikTok business accounts, please. Your personal accounts have their place, but the reason for business accounts, I should have probably included it in here, is let's just say WhatsApp business, for example. All of those little notes we are talking about with this one birthday and this one graduation, all these things. WhatsApp business now allows you to label all of your customers and leave notes on every one of them so you can check back. By the time they come back, you probably pull up in chat real quick, you see real quick, okay, the last thing was this thing. Let's start back the conversation there, they feel better. Instagram business allows you to have a little bit more tools available to you from how many people already saw your videos, what kind of people see them, to even like little automated direct responses. So somebody asks you about a service, instead of they having to wait around 10 hours until they finally reach home in the night, they could probably get a quick auto response from it. Facebook also similar. TikTok, I will also advise you switch to a professional or business account. It will limit you on the kind of audios you could use, but it will be able to give you the insights on these are the amount of people viewing my videos, these are the areas they're from Chagolas, they're from Arima, they're from Diego Martin. So therefore you could now make more educated decisions based on your videos and based on your business and what you can be offering, what kind of content to create. I know it's a lot, it sounds overwhelming at first, but that's just my advice for you. And one last piece of advice, and then please just come up with questions because you once I have 15 minutes I get to talk. Try to go by Digicel email today and get another some done. We were having a business dinner approximately a week ago. And because both of us, we have separate numbers for business now compared to personal, we were able to put business on Do Not Disturb while the clients have figured it out. I mean, auto responses and stuff too now, so they know we're not available. While we could still communicate with each other because we have personal numbers as well too. I'll give you my personal number at a time. But that's a little bit of advice. I wasn't really supposed to include that in this, but it's just it just makes sense because when you and your boyfriend living together, trust me, you don't want to be tearing from a million different plans. He will get fed up and find somebody who's not. He'll find somebody who's not in the service industry and won't find a man. We're recording that. So yeah, we end up with life coaching and relationship advice. But anyway, any questions?